All right, interesting turn of events. Start of day one. First game should be just about ending right now. Creighton, Louisville, I think. Kansas just went to a supermarket. Herbs and Rye is still sleeping, which is shocking. He's notorious for sleeping like 3-4 hours a night. I know he was up for about 24 hours straight yesterday, but he's been asleep for like 10 hours and he's still sleeping. So, sticking to my word, ate too much yesterday. Might be in the mood for umami, maybe tomorrow, but not today. So I made some guacamole, didn't mash it up yet. Avocados, corn, onions. All right, that is good to go. Put some salt in a second. Yeah, guess we're gonna wait for Herbs and Rye to wake up and then head out. Have this, maybe do something on the strip. Pizza d'Italia between Casino Royale and Harrah's, $4.95 per cheese slice. That's a good deal if we're playing Venetian, walking back to the heart of the strip, something like that. But we'll figure it out. Maybe very late. Montana Meat Company, northwest side of town. You're gonna need rideshare or your own car. I'm suggesting for others, we have our own cars right now. 24/7 and no limited menu late. Full menu 24/7, including lamb chops, which is Herbs and Rye's favorite meat. So just gonna eat this guacamole and wait for Kansas to get back and Herbs and Rye to wake up. All right, we made it to Aria. Herbs and Rye PLO tournament going on in Bally's. He's playing that. And we're here at Aria. Didn't want to start in Bally's because if Herbs and Rye makes a deep run, gonna head over there. Probably if he gets to the final two tables, head over there, watch it till he wins or till he's eliminated. But for now, centrally located Aria. If I get bored, probably go to MGM. Kansas has said he's not feeling MGM if he gets bored here, but Bellagio is just as close, and also very close to run over to Bally's. If Herbs and Rye is on the brink of winning the PLO tournament. I told Herbs and Rye he needs to top last year. Last year he had 2 final tables in the same day. I don't know that 3 final tables in the same day is possible, so I told him he just needs to win 2 tournaments in the same 24-hour period, and then he would top his 2024 World Series of Poker circuit. Also want to add, trying to get these videos up instantly. Did it on the day 0 video, uploaded it at 2:20 a.m. local time, got published at 3. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. This one, for all I know, could be going up 2 days later, not 1 day later. So I do have a video made and ready in case I can't get the videos up instantly. So there might be a break between days 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But ideally, all 5 videos up consecutively right away. All right, we didn't get here near early enough. We're in the convention area, Bellagio now. Aria, we couldn't even see our names on the list. That's how far down we were. Almost no one was a call-in, and every table was running. They didn't have more tables to open, so got to get there much earlier if we're gonna play at Aria. Although part of the reason was it was a good spot for parking purposes, so we're walking to Bellagio. If Bellagio is the same deal, probably go to Bally's.
I was second on the list for 2-5.
Oh, I was just looking at the 1-3 list.
That's fine, no big deal. I don't really like Aria that much anyway.
You could have stayed. As good a place as any to film if the camera focuses. There we go. Just went to CVS. Got something to eat, something to drink. Kansas still playing 5-10. Oh, I don't know if I said what he was playing, but he was sitting 2-5. He took a 5-10 seat. Funny, there's a 1-3 game going in Bobby's room. There's 3 like huge stakes tables usually, and I guess they just ran out of tables elsewhere. That there's a 1-3 game going in Bobby's room. I wasn't on it. I was on table 34. Actually, I was on a different. I was on table 3 at first, which was like playing in a mausoleum. No one said a word the whole time I was there, and then went to 34. 34 was better. Met Daniel H, UNC diehard, and we chatted about things for a few minutes. A guy walked by the table and yelled out "spoon food." And now I'm gonna see what the Herbs and Rye is up to upstairs, and then maybe head to MGM.
Ladies and gentlemen, have your tickets out and open. We are opening doors.
All right, chips still on the table at MGM. Poor eating strategy today. Barely ate because I was still full from yesterday, kind of, and anticipating maybe going to dinner today. So I had guacamole before I left the house, and I had a candy bar from CVS. I think I showed all that. And I don't know, just getting like really hungry. Herbs and Rye probably has like an hour left in the tournament before they bag. It's a 2-day tournament, so before day one is over, it's probably like another hour. It would take us a while to drive. I'm thinking Montana Meat Company. It's on the northwest side of town, but it's 24 hours. So if I don't eat, it would just be a while. Probably, it's right around 11 now. It would probably be like, we might not get anything in Montana Meat Company till like, I don't know, 1 a.m. So that was just gonna be a long time to have barely eaten. So I came to Cane's. 3 fingers a la carte, $7.45. It's very close to the MGM poker room. And then head back to MGM, wait for Herbs and Rye to finish. Kansas and I are on the same table, and a lot going on at MGM. And a Bruins Knights game just let out from T-Mobile. All right, we're heading back to the car. We're gonna meet Herbs and Rye at Montana Meat Company. Interesting, the great location on the northwest side of town closed this month, and worst of the 2 location on the southwest side is still open. So we're trying that one again. Kansas is right here. He played, what was it, like a $1,600 pot right at the end of our MGM session?
Yeah, probably around that much. I lost a little bit back.
This was when I was getting canes, which I filmed. And on the way back, Kansas is, I even have a picture, there you go. Kansas is all in on the river. The all in was for like $475 or so.
You took that picture when he was tanking?
Yeah, just because
you were coming back to the table.
I was making the plans with Herbs and Rye, and I said I'll ask Kansas if he's in for dinner, but he's busy right now. And then I sent the picture of you after you put all your chips all in. So,
right.
Yeah, so it was, I don't know what was in the pot, but it was, the all in was for about $475. I think the pot. Almost died from those pieces of trash. So you said it was almost a pot size shove, so like $475 and like $550 or something like that. The board has, I think it was Queen, 6, 3, 7, King. The King on the end is the 3rd diamond. So I just see that he's all in. I didn't see any of the hand. The guy in the 5 seed is tanking. Eventually the 5 seed calls, and the first thing that Kansas says is, good call. I only have 2 pair. And 2 pair was good, and the guy took offense that Kansas slow rolled him, which was pretty...
He absolutely should have taken offense.
The thing, from my perspective, which we talked about on the walk here, Kansas didn't realize that 3 diamonds were on board until like a half second before the guy called. Had he known 3 diamonds were on board, he would never have shoved because he didn't think he could get called by 1 pair hands on that scary of a board. So once he saw,
or even maybe 2 pair hands. Yeah,
but all the 2 pair.
Yeah, 1 pair. Yeah, it wouldn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, he had 4th and 5th pair, so there weren't really worse 2 pair hands. So yeah, once
he tanked for like 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm not trying to exaggerate. It might have been, let's say 3.5 minutes. It was long enough to where, like, at first I was kind of nervous going. I thought it was a little thin, but I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I was like, oh, yeah, he's never good. He's tanking. It got to the point where, like, I was doing stupid stuff like, just call. Or, like, he looked at me and I just went, yeah, just put it in. But, so then, yeah, like a half second, I realized the 3rd diamond is like, boom, he called. I was like, I said, nice call. I only have 2 pair. It was bad. I had that happen once before.
And then, to make things worse, he tried to talk to the guy about the Royals because he was wearing a Royals hat. I think thankfully the guy didn't hear. And then we were playing until Herbs and Rye. Herbs and Rye is in the tournament at Bally's. He said they're playing until level 22. So we had like a countdown until Herbs and Rye could leave Bally's and meet us. So we happened to only play for like 20 more minutes, and I think that made things even worse. But yeah, so we'll see you at Montana Meat Company on South Durango. All right, last scene. I have about 60 minutes to upload this if everyone's gonna see it the very next day. So I'm gonna try. Any last things to say? 5 seconds or less. 5 seconds or fewer. And remember, rice is a spoon food.